So here's a demonstration of the latest DeCOS keyless ignition system. What I've done is created a test fixture for testing purposes to simulate the connections that it would have when connected to the motorcycle. Here is the actual keyless controller, which is based on a DEI 210T module, but has embedded inside the case the custom proprietary DeCOS controller module. Here is the remote, which would normally be carried in your pocket, bag or whatever. It's not necessary to actually press the button to have it operate, just be within range of the motorcycle. However, for the purpose of demonstration today, I'm actually going to use it manually so that I don't have to walk away and return to bring the remote in or out of range while I operate the camera. The other thing to notice is the standing current drain when the system is in standby is very low. You can see it's in the order of, it's flickering between 0.01, 0.02, which would be 10 to 20 milliamps, which is very low. It's not going to drain your battery. So here we have the simulator, and if I were to bring the remote into range of the motorcycle, it would automatically actually disarm the system. But I'm going to manually disarm it by pressing the button. And you can see that the turn signals flash, and the disarm signal comes on. So now the system is ready for ignition, and I can actually turn the ignition on. On the motorcycle, I'd be pulling the clutch lever. On the simulator, I have a switch that actually does that for me, and there is the blue light on, which says the ignition is now on. Bike can be started and you can ride away. Ignition will remain latched and there's no danger of it tripping out. To stop the bike, you simply press the kill switch, in this case this button on the simulator, and you can see that the ignition turns off. So while the disarmed LED is on, you can either turn the ignition on or off by simply operating the clutch switch or the kill switch. Now here's another feature of the remote. Right now it's flashing green, which means that the detector is recognizing the remote, and so it's flashing. Now when the ignition is actually turned on, you can see the remote stops flashing. This is a battery saver mode, in that it goes into a standby mode, sleep mode, so that it's not burning the remote's battery all the time that the system is actually running. There's no need for communication between the remote and the controller once the ignition has actually been turned on. The system is self-latching. So again, when I turn off the ignition, you can see that the remote begins flashing again because it's in range, but the ignition is not on. As you walk away from the bike, the system will automatically disarm and the LED will go out. And this will simulate the disarm condition. Is when I press the button manually. Again, you can see the turn signals flashed and it's now disarmed. And in its disarmed state, I can press the clutch button all day long and it won't come on. So again, if we arm the system or disarm the system, the ready LED comes on and the turn signals flash, and again we can set the ignition on or turn it off.